Okay, guys, I want to go through a video that Sonabara posted on 29th of April. So that video is what we're about to react on it. And I know that many of you have seen that. In case you have not seen that, this is an opportunity for you to listen to that. And that video is all about a video that PM made where he, he tried to highlight on achievement of Biafran government in exile, and the achievement is something that you're going to hear. And mind you, he did that video trying to prove to DOS and people like them, questioning him. You said Biafra is coming on 2023. Where is your Biafra today? Where is your Biafra? He used that video to reply them that the structures are being made to achieve Biafra himself. That statement is very, very deep. And he mentioned the achievements step by step. This structure that he talked about is to facilitate the declaration of Biafra, the existence of Biafra, because before you say you declare Biafra, you must have those structures. Meaning that you can form government in exile without having a structure, but you cannot declare Biafra as United States of Biafra without putting the structure. The question is, if he put those structure for Biafra to be declared, then where did the Ogenkere camp, where do they have this kind of idea or energy to take Biafrans that now after declaring Biafra you have to fall back? Because PM understand that once you move to declare Biafra, you must have those structures. If he planned to fall back, there's no need to talk about the structure. He declared it because the structure is already in place. I have seen some of them question, oh, you said Biafra, you said that you are United States of Biafra, now you have declared Biafra. Why don't you go home and do your Biafra? Why are you in abroad? They ignore the part where PM said that Biafran de facto government have been formed. So if you have de facto government, why don't you also tell us where is the office of de facto government and all that? But you see, hypocrite. They want to use that, they want to undermine USB being declared and embrace de facto government that exists. So de facto government is there because that is what it's supposed to be. When you have the de facto government, then when you declare Biafra, everything will fall into place. Then they don't want to talk about it, like I said. They want to use that to a kind of deceive people to make you feel, okay, now I understand why Biafran has been declared. It's for you to declare it and run back and start talking about, government in exile. And they often tell you that it's about, after declaring, you have to defend it. The question is, who told you that you cannot defend it? Why be any USB? Why must you be the name in a government in exile before you can defend it? Defending it does not have to do with your name. Okay, you can also answer any name and defend it, but as long as you declare Biafra, you cannot just run away from that, because if you do, what's the essence of declaring it in the first place? But let us go back to the issue at hand. You're going to hear what PM said here. And make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel in case if you're new. Put your comment and tell us what you think about what the video is all about. I want to let the video out now because I know today is Thursday. So Thursday you should expect, propaganda video from Ogenkere camp ahead of fundraising of the weekend. Today is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You should expect from now to Saturday. You should expect, propaganda video from them. So I want to let this one out. So while waiting for them to come up with the weekly propaganda ahead of fundraising. So now let's go there. Listen to this.
Those who are asking, did you say Biafra will come in 2023? Biafra has been restored already. What is remaining is a complete declaration that will be defended. And before that happens, there are many things that we need to put in place. I want you to recount the achievement of the Biafra Republic government in exile under the leadership of Simon Ekpa, what we have achieved in 2023, and ask yourself that question again, and you will look very stupid. We have been able to form government in exile in 2023. In 2023, we have formed the de facto government. In 2023, we have launched Biafra Liberation Army. In 2023, we launched Biafra Navy, we launched Biafra Air Force, we launched the Forces of Biafra. In 2023, we adopted Helsinki Declaration, which is the Constitution of Biafra. In 2023, we had a convention in Finland where Biafra people gathered from all over the world as delegates to vote on the Biafra Charter, which is a living document subjected to amendment. In 2023, we have created 40 states of Biafra, and believe me, many more states will come because we are not done yet. In 2023, not only that we created state, we also brought a redesigned and a redrawn Biafra map to reflect the current situation and the current demography of Biafra. In 2023, we started engaging officially Nigeria state in a guerrilla warfare on self-defense. In 2023, we officially and publicly engaged Nigeria terrorist army, and we are neutralizing them on daily basis. It has never happened before in the history of Biafra after the war. In 2023, we publicly and openly made sure that Nigeria doesn't kill again in Biafra land and go free. So, if you look at those things I've mentioned, and those ones I have not even mentioned, are you still going to challenge Simon Ekpa that Biafra has not been restored in 2023? Biafra declaration is not about mouth pronouncement. It's about putting every structure in place. It's about putting every mechanism and measures in place to shaping the map and the structure of Biafra. In 2023, we have designed the economic viability of Biafra. In 2023, we have kicked off the Biafra urban development.
Now, did you hear the part where he said, where he talked about the structure? The structure. Now, that structure is not to beautify Brigi, government in Ezra. Is about United States of Biafra, declaring it. Before you declare it, you must have those structure. He worked hard to put the structure before declaring Biafra. Then, after the structure is already there and Biafra has been declared, somebody is now telling you to undermine those things, go back to Brigi. That you can only fight from Brigi. My question is, if you fight from USB, what will happen? They will tell you that you have to defend it. That Biafra Brigi is the only way you can start, the only place for you to stand and defend it, defend that USB that you declared. Okay, then tell us what will happen if people choose to defend it from Brigi, from the USB. They don't want to answer that. They don't want to answer that. They only want you to focus on what they said. Now let's continue because I don't want this to be too long. I know why I'm saying this. Just listen.
In 2023, we've made a lot of impact globally. In 2023, the Biafra awareness gained the highest momentum in the history of Biafra since after the war. In 2023, we made the Nigeria terrorist army to cry on the floor of National Assembly. It has never happened in the history of Nigeria. In 2023, those who are serving as the agent of Nigeria, benefiting from the corrupt entity called Nigeria, openly called for persecution, execution, and the kidnapping and arresting of Simon Ekpa because they know that this is a different thing from what they have seen in their entire life. In 2023, they called for the arrest of Simon Ekpa and called for the release of Mazin Namdeka. Confusion. In 2023, after they have used many years to plan the kidnap of Mazin Namdeka, they have come to say Mazin Namdeka is a saint. He's a very gentleman. He's a nice person. But just 2 years ago, they kidnapped this nice person from Kenya. 2 years ago, they tortured him for 8 days. 2 years ago, he was an evil man. 2 years ago, they called him terrorist. 2 years ago, he was everything evil to them. 2 years ago, they spent hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. They kidnapped him and put him into private jet from Kenya to Nigeria. 2 years ago, Mazin Namdeka was everything evil to Nigeria, including to Haneze Ibu and all of them. 2 years ago, he was the only problem of Nigeria. 2 years ago, he was the only person that constituted all manner of insecurity in Nigeria. He was the one who is more deadlier than Boko Haram. It was everything that Nigeria don't want to see. Today, as Simon Ekpa take the Biafra liberation to the next level, the same people are now calling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the most sensible person. These are hypocrites. These are devilish people. These are criminals that only thing they want to do is to give dog a bad name in order to kill it. They have given that name to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They themselves were the one who condemned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The same people today, they have seen that, yes, indeed, someone actually followed this footstep of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and ready to drag all of them to Biafra land. So that when we get to Biafra land, we will treat their fuck up very well. Today, the same people who gave the bad name to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in order to be kidnapped, they slandered his name, blackmailed him to other ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. All of them today has come to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very sensible. Now it is Simon Ekpa is the problem. These people who are just evil from birth refuse to understand why Simon Ekpa have decided to take this thing upon himself to liberate the people of Biafra who has been subjugated and chained with Islamic State agenda. They found themselves in a hole. They tagged us, in a circle. Because they thought that they have actually systematically conquered everybody by dividing creative states, dividing us, changing the demography and map of Biafra people. And at the end of the day, they structured out 5 tiny states, called it 5 Eastern states. And they say, let us continue to divide them. And now they tell you, oh, you are talking about Biafra. You are just 5 states in the second. We have come to destroy their evil agenda. Today, you will understand that the plan of the Islamic State has failed. Today, the Biafra people are proudly announcing the 40th state, which is called the United States of Biafra. 40 complete states cut across both.
Just pay attention. Let me take it back again. Even the logo that USB government is using now is here in this video. But people are trying to make it look like CS is the one that chose to declare Biafra, design logo for USB. Everything has been in the place. Everything is in the place. PM laid the foundation. That's why he said, if you can remember how he started, that the structure that Biafra had already achieved and declared in 2023, not even 24, because he started planning, laying foundation, institutions, structures of the government to be. Everything was placed, waiting for the declaration, because you can't declare it without having this. Now, he spent all the time in 2023 to build the structures to declare Biafra in 2024. Then, he mentioned all the names of the department, Biafra defend this, Biafra defend that, Biafra this, Biafra that, and all this department was created, de facto government and everything. Then Biafra had been declared. Somebody is telling you to fall back. That is not yet that declaration. It was sudden. It was sudden, you know. It was sudden. Let us fall back. PM he understood everything, what it takes to declare the Biafra. To declare it, that you must have those things in place. He even said it here. Now, he also made it clear that all the 40 states of the United States of Biafra. Let me take it back again. This is from PM, because the guy actually posted this just to let you know that Brig is working. That Brig is one that made it is giving you the thing. But he ignored the purpose of those departments being created. Even Brig himself was formed for Biafra to be declared. Even the Brig you are talking about now, the purpose of Brig is not to defend. When PM formed Briggy, is to be able to build this structure that will non-metaphors to the United States of Biafra. Not that Briggy is the army barrack where training will be taking place and go and fight. Briggy is all about the structure to have Biafra, against Biafra. Now, to tell you that what I said is what it is, hear this.
Today, the Biafra people are proudly announcing the 40th state, which is called the United States of Biafra.
Biafrans are proudly to announce to you 40 state of Biafra, which is 40 state, which is called the United State of Biafra, not United States of Brigi. Take it back again.
The plan of the Islamic State has failed. Today, the Biafra people are proudly announcing the 40th state, which is called the United States of Biafra.
So, did you hear that? This video was made before declaration. I guess it could be the beginning of 2024 or 2023, but because he was trying to highlight the achievement of Brigi in 2023. Okay, meaning that 2023 maybe has come and gone, or within 2023 that he made this video to respond to DOS who were questioning him. Yo, you said that 2023 you give up Biafra. He replied them with this, and everybody got out of what we don't care about. If Brigi is the only place to stand and defend the land and defend, the question is, you have to declare something to defend it, right? You declare something to defend it. Now that you have been, then USB have been declared, running away from it is no longer defending it. You are running away from that. You run away from it. How can you defend something that you are running away from? You are running away from USB to fall to Brigi, and you are claiming that you are defending Brigi. You run back from that. You can declare. You can only defend what you agreed on. And to let you know that it's not what I said is not just a mere talk. The same people that told you that are pushing for you to fall back are the one telling you that you have to understand that United States of Biafra, that PM talked about, that 40 states is called United States of Biafra, is not USB Nigeria. Imagine if you are PM and you hear that kind of thing. What will you do? That you spend one whole year to build structure that enable United States of Biafra to be in existence, and somebody is telling you that all this that you build is United States of Biafra, United States of Nigeria. Even the Brigi itself is one of the structures to have United States of Biafra. One of the structure, because in Brigi you started building those other structures, and the purpose is for one thing: United States of Biafra. That's the end point. Then once you land at that end point, you stand on it to defend it. That you have been doing all those things to arrive at this point. Now this point that you're standing on is to defend it. Going back from that is a sign that you are not defending it. What you are doing is stepping, just like you said that you are, you want to defend your wife. You are fighting for your wife. And your wife is somewhere, okay, where you're supposed to go and defend your wife. In her presence, you have to be with her to defend her. You running away. They are calling you to come, your wife is waiting for you. You don't want to go there. Yet, you are claiming that you're defending her. How can you defend your wife by running away from your wife? It doesn't make sense to me. Now, listen.
40 complete states cut across board, including in the area where they claim they were never there.
Now, listen.
People are proudly announcing the 40th state, which is called the United States of Biafra. 40 complete states cut across board, including in the area where they claim they were never there. I have come to learn from what Biafra did wrong in 1967 to 1970. I have come to learn what Wazirike did wrong from the time he started the Biafra movement, and I have come to learn what Mazina Bikano did right and was in the process of doing before the blood and kidnapped him. I continue from there, and today we are where we are. They are not resting. Those IPOB Nigeria are not resting as well. Every given opportunity, they think that there is infight in the Biafra government. They will say, oh, they are... Now
listen. He was addressing DOS, IPOB Nigeria, according to him. And that every now and then they think there's an infight. That is what some people are thinking now. That's why they say when Pastor Rose, because I talked about Pastor Rose in our previous video, and some people are still, they were like, oh, is Pastor Rose no longer with USB? She is. That's why I called her you know, our sister. You think that she fall back and I will call her like that? No, because she did not. She have proven everybody. She's just, in fact, she's just like a perfect example of how the whole thing should be, despite some maybe challenges that took place. She told everybody publicly that, look, it's not that I'm not here for position. My duty as a Biafran is to follow the government diligently, to follow the instruction and obey. I don't know if you watch the videos that she made, which I published here. So she's not falling back, and she disappointed them because they were busy. Oh, that Pastor Rose, I don't Coco, I did Porebo and Sia, and QTV. All of them are falling back. They're getting. Some of them actually told me that soon I will join them, and soon I will. Anyway, listen.
I hope now is that they are fighting, and they are hoping that there is infight with the Biafran government. That is to tell you that, like we said, they are cursed. They are cursed, and they can never rise again. Biafra government in exile is a government that nobody born of a woman marching on this planet, using your foot to walk on the ground, will ever destroy. Biafra has been restored.
Now, this place is the reason why he actually posted this video, thinking in a different direction. To him, that US is destroying the USB government. Listen. So because this place we get some of you confused. His reason to post this video is to tell you that USB is here to destroy this government that PM said that nobody will destroy. Remember that I told you that Biafra government is one of the components, a component that was created to create other structures to achieve USB. What it means is that in Biafran government in exile, other department was created not to help Biafran government in exile, but one of the process, just like Biafran government in exile is a one process to get other process that will land you in USB. If you say you tamper that government in exile, then you cannot be able to declare Biafra. You cannot be able to declare USB. It's a process. Now that you have declared Biafra, USB government, you have landed in that place that made it to even form government in the first place. Okay, now to defend USB government, not to fall back to Briggy, because falling back to Briggy simply means that all the structure that you formed is now being, you have to recheck them again, like reform them again if need be, or you don't want to. You don't want to the structure that you created to take to USB. What they're trying to tell you is that forget about USB now. Let us reverse the structure back to Briggy. Like you put government in exile here. Then with this government in exile, you're able to bring another step. You want to get to this place, and Brig is here. So this gap between should be another department, BDF, communications, art and culture. That other department to land you to USB. Once you land the USB, is to defend all this department that you build. The Brig himself is just a platform to form this department to get to USB. When you get to USB, then you defend it. But if you tamper the USB, then you are tampering other departments. So if you tamper Brig, then you are tampering to other department. But now that you have USB is now the one single unit that represents this beginning everything again. So that is what we want. And the reason why you actually formed SI at all is to get to Brig. To USB, to form Brig at all is to get to USB. Okay, now that you are in USB, the only thing you have is to defend it. Falling back to Briggy is simply means that you are considering all the department that you formed as a mistake, and if you say no, they are not mistake, but you want to be fighting you are here fighting to defend USB, USB should be a superior to Briggy, because USB comprises of all these departments, everything in them. But Briggy is there. You can have Briggy without having all this components that you build, because those components should be a component that is can only function in USB. It can't function in Briggy because Briggy is necessary. Briggy is necessary. So you cannot form something like art and culture in SI. But you have to create department, and it can only work when you activate USB. So PM understand that creating all those departments that is going to be functionable in USB, because that is when you have your own name. So all these elements that PM created is for a purpose. Then you cannot just undermine that purpose and begin to fall back to the beginning. That means something is wrong. Now the question is, because I have already asked that question before. If you say that you are falling back for you to defend Briggy, defend USB, what do you think will happen if you choose to defend USB in USB, which is normal thing to do? You have to stand on that thing that you believe on and defend it. You cannot run away from a case and say you are defending the case. When you step back, it simply means that you are admitting failure. That's what it means. You are stepping back from. Anybody go say that now. Ana azana. Oye jiji ganako ako ejinana. Oye jiji ganako ejinana. Azotana ewezo wote. USB banner. Duty is to defend it. Okay? You have to stand and that and first. Then you're not looking for something to, UTB getting as a last day. You got Zodan. So USB is the land that you need to go first. But you have to be in the land to defend the land. You have to be in that land to claim, because that's why if you purchase a land and another distiller or another person will sell that land, the person that have money decided to put structure in that building, in that land, you will feel that you are losing the land because the person put a structure there. In your presence, even though the case is maybe you guys are still dragging the land, the first thing you need to do is to go and put, end this structure, or you can just sue them or bring police to, that kind of thing, just to stop the work going on there, because the land is still under, going through discussions, like you guys are having issue with it. So you cannot just allow somebody to start building on a land that that is your land, or there's issue between you and another person in that particular land. If you allow the person to start building, that means you fall back. You fall back from the land. You fall back. You are giving the person edge over you. I'm just trying to let you know the essence, the reason of falling back they're talking about. Now, let us hear the end part of the video.
In 2023, we have a government, we have a structure of the government of Biafra, we have every department that made Biafra government a legitimate government. The people of Biafra are loyal to the government, both in the exile and in the homeland. We have governors, state administrators in all the 40 states of Biafra. We have the deputy governors, which is called administrators. We have the secretary of state of each state in Biafra land. We have the chairman and managers of camp.
Now, some people like see after he fell back, and even before he fell back, some people were asking the same question. Oh, you said that you now declared after you have a governor. Why is your governor is being introduced in the bush? When PM said this, they did not ask him where's the governor. Bring him out, let us see. But COS begin to talk about the governor, giving them a spotlight. The question was, oh, is it entourage or whatever they call that of governor? Where is his convoy? Where is his security? This is your governor. They are hiding in the bush. Where's the government house? You say now you are control of your land. You have a governor. You say, show me where's the government house of your. Some of you that follow serious question and answer, you can bear me with this. People called and asked us stupid questions. I'm not talking about the recent one, the one that called it, is it Chinedu? No. Before Chinedu's statement, people who used to ask that kind of question. Oh, your governor, you say you have, so now are you in control of your land? How can you say you have a government in the homeland if we don't have we are still army? Have you chased our army away from our land? Why are we still having checkpoints since you have government in the land? You know that nonsense. It did not start. This is something that PM laid before facing what is facing now. But these guys are using that to make fun of themselves. Listen.
And the district. If you do not understand that with this culture we have now, one day you will sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra, it means that you are an idiot. I told you that.
When CS, re-echo this statement of PM, they were laughing and mocking her. Oh, we wake in, sleep in Biafra, we sleep in Nigeria, wake up in Biafra. Man, PM said it. You hear that, right?
By the time I finish with Nigeria, you will sleep in Nigeria one day and wake up in Biafra. The next phase is to set up the police of Biafra. The reason why we have not set up the police is because it is going to be state police. Every state will have their police. Every state will be independent. It is going to be local police, and there is no interference from the central government of Biafra. The military is a joint military, one military that will protect its territorial integrity.
Joint military simply means they have separation already, but they have to join together when they need be. Not that we have one indivisible, which is true, one indivisible unit, I agree. But when you hear, go and study about confederation. Go and study about confederation. Even the charter is there. It's boldly written, confederation. Listen.
When one state is attacked, it means that you have attacked all of us. So
did you hear that? When joint military, that when one state is attacked, meaning that everybody in their own, but if you attack one, it's for everybody. Everybody's on their own. But if you attack one, you are calling for. That means there you have. Then they have one chain of command. This one have power to do what they want to do in the state. But if a foreign invaders decide to come, then you're gonna hear from all. I know it's still difficult for many of them to understand this, but it's not even supposed to be an issue if you can be sensitive. Whether it's decentralized or not decentralized, it shouldn't be an issue. But it became an issue because people have an agenda. Serious agenda.
People, for those who are asking when are you going to declare Biafra, we have already declared Biafra. We are only waiting for us to conclude the last phase of the Biafra government, and one day you will sleep and wake up in Biafra. Like I said, then we must capture every cranny of the Biafra territory.
That is it. Powerful message. But the guy want to use it to tell you that because the intention is the brig is working. But the real meaning of the message, he refused to pass it to the people. And I believe with this little explanation, you may have better idea of what the video is all about. If you have a different opinion from what I said, hit the comment section and let me know. I want to learn from you as well. This is my own understanding of it. This is my own belief. I'm not representing anybody. This is my own opinion to the video. Okay? And I would like to hear from you. Like I said, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Tell me what you think about it on the comment section. God bless you and see you again. Remember, we are waiting also to see the week. Every week they have what they want to use to prepare your mind to fundraising. I'm not saying telling you to vote to donate money to anybody. The choice is yours. But with everything going on, if you can't see, you can hear. If you can't hear, ask your neighbor. Bye bye for now. Thank you.